Good evening and welcome to Business Blitz on the Melting Pot Radio Network. I am your host for the evening, Daniel Trowick. Welcome. So, I feel like I just want to pour into you guys today. I am in a pouring mood. I have a half empty cup. It's not half full. It's half empty. I'm sure it was full this morning, but I emptied at least half of it today. So I'm not going to say it's half full, but I want to empty the rest of it. I just want to empty it. I just want to empty my cup today. So I will be pouring into you guys today. So today was career day at my youngest children's elementary school. So my wife Lynette and I, we went out to the school and we shared what we do with the students there. So let's see, we have 3 kids we have 4 kids total at the school, but the pre-K, they don't really count with that stuff. So we had our first grade class, our second grade class, and our third grade class. So we have kids in first, second, and third grade and pre-K. But this is what happened, right? That jobs or careers. And it's just not as many people, parents, supporters going into these schools to really let these kids know what they do so they can give them different opportunities in life, different options, different ideas, different interests, and just help the kids, figure out things as they get older. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was be a teacher. It was nothing else I wanted to do more than being a teacher. And then I got a little older, and I was in high school, about to graduate high school, and then I found out how much teachers make. And I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't want to be a teacher that bad. And it's sad because the teachers have very, very important jobs, but they're overworked and underpaid. A lot of them feel like babysitters. The schools are out of control. The Philadelphia public schools, I don't even want to get into that, but it just seems like people don't have the same desire, the same passion to just really go out and make a difference in these kids' lives. So that's why I wanted to go out today and really just talk about what I do. I'm an entrepreneur. I do a lot of things. And I just really wanted to pour into the kids today. And I figured, you know what? I poured into the kids. Why not just pour into you guys on the show tonight? So that's what we're going to do. My partner in progress, Danny Wright, she'll probably be checking in here and there. She's an entrepreneur as well. And she's also a residential advisor at a college. So, it's the end of the school semester, and she's helping these kids clean out their dorms and get everything in order for the summer. So, she's busy. She's always busy, but she's always being very productive. So that's one thing that you need to know in business. You're going to be busy, but productivity is always more important than being busy. So figure out how to be productive, because I know a lot of people that are busy but do absolutely nothing. It's crazy. I know you all know someone too that really just all over the place. They're always doing something, but it seems like nothing ever gets done. that's being busy and not productive. So I wanted to share with you guys some different things that, I do personally, and to help you all figure out different ways to be more of a positive thinker, to be ready to do certain things, and really just go out and make a difference in your life and, the lives of your clients, your co-workers, whatever it is that you do. Just really go out there and make a difference. So we are going to talk about some different productivity things. So I don't know. I think I'm having some issues tonight. Everything seems to be rolling well on the network, on the platform. My Skype seems to be acting up. So if anyone is trying to call in, I don't know what's going on right now. My Skype is just not working properly. And I think that Danny is actually trying to call in, but it doesn't seem like it wants to allow her to call in right now. So we're going to try to figure that out while we just roll with it. So, becoming a positive thinker. Being a positive thinker. Getting rid of all of the negativity in your life, in your world. It's very important that, we figure out different ways to be positive. And so, one of the first things that I focus on in being a positive thinker is speaking life. So you all know that I'm a part of the organization, the Speakers of Life, and we are a nonprofit organization that goes out, we educate, we advocate on HIV and AIDS, and just speak life into people, regarding their situations that, they may be facing, different things that they may be feeling. We just go out and pour into them and speak life into them and educate them on HIV and AIDS, because, we know that stigma is probably killing people more than the actual virus is, because the medication that is involved nowadays, it's not a death sentence like it once was considered. So it's more so the stigma. It's more so people being ignorant and not being educated on the topic, and not getting treated, not getting tested. All these different things are creating more issues. So speaking life is very, very key and very important to me. So what I do is I speak life into myself. So I used to have severe issue with self-esteem. I had no confidence in myself. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I was very attractive. Girls used to always tell me, "Hey Daniel, you're ugly, but you have pretty eyes." Really? Really, was that an insult or a compliment? I could never figure it out. I think it was probably more so of an insult, but all those different things that people said to me, it kind of had me down. I dealt with depression. I dealt with a lot of things. And so what happened to me was one day, I don't know if I was watching TV, listening to the radio. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I came across Tony Robbins. And those who know who Tony Robbins is knows he's one of the most passionate and powerful motivational speakers in this world. And he just lets it out. He just gives it to you and just pours into people. And so what I started to do was speak affirmations over myself, because I had low self-esteem. I didn't think I was attractive. So what I did was every day I would just start telling myself, like, "Yo, Dan, you look good. Yo, you a handsome dude. Like, yo, you sexy." I used to have to tell myself these things because I didn't believe them. And that's what's sad. I had to speak life into myself. And this was even before I even understood what speaking life was, and before I knew what affirmations was. I just used to have to lie to myself until I started to believe it. So that's what we have to do sometimes, just speak life into ourselves. You may have issues with dealing with people, so just speak life into yourself. You know what? I'm the greatest person with people. I understand people. I get along with people. I relate well to people. I communicate well with people, and just continue to say it, and you start believing it. The more you say things, the more you start to believe it. The more it starts to sink into your spirit, and you start to believe it. So for me, I had low self-esteem. I kept saying these things over and over and over, and before you know it, I was probably the world's most conceited human being. It's sad, but I started to believe it so much that I started speaking it everywhere I went. It wasn't just in the morning in the mirror telling myself I look good. It was out in public. If somebody said something to me, like, yo, you know I look good, right? Just random. But guess what? My whole mindset changed when I really started speaking life into myself. I started to gain more confidence. I started to be able to go out and do things that I didn't think I would have been able to do. So that really helped me a lot. A whole lot. And so I focus on speaking life into yourself, speaking affirmations over yourself. And, you know, everybody's different. You know, you may not go through the same issues that I have. You know, your strengths may be my weaknesses. My strengths may be your weaknesses. So I can't really sit here and tell you the exact affirmations to say over your life. But what I would say is figure out your weaknesses. Find out all your weaknesses. Like, really write them down. Focus on your weaknesses. That's it. Just think about your weaknesses. And then figure out different things to say to speak life over those weaknesses so that they are not weaknesses anymore. So everybody knows that reports show that people are more afraid of public speaking than they are of death. So if your weakness is speaking in public, speaking to people, having that confidence to go up in front of a room full of people that you know or that you don't know and just speak to them, start speaking life over that. You know what? I am a great public speaker. You know, people always pay attention to me when I speak. People love the things that I say when I speak. People give me full attention and look me in my eyes. They do all these things. So you just have to start really speaking life over that. And while you're speaking life, you have to start putting some action into it. So start speaking in front of people. I mean, you know, I was never really a shy kid. I was shy, but I wasn't shy. Okay, so I was shy until I got to know you a little bit. And then I was that, yo, shut up, dude. That's who I was, you know. The first day of school, if it was a new school, new class, new friends, I didn't know these people. You know, I was shy. I stayed to myself because I've always been an observational person. And I always looked at my surroundings. I always looked at people. I'm a people watcher, people reader. So I've always done that. And so I would always be shy in the beginning, but then after I got to know you and I felt comfortable, I wouldn't shut up. So, you know, I got comfortable speaking in public. And my mother was a public speaker. I don't think that was like the actual title back then, but she was always